You know how they say that reality is sometimes stranger than fiction? I never believed that until last night. I was one of the first to get my hands on Eclipse, the new virtual reality game that promised an experience beyond our wildest dreams. The moment I slipped on the headset, I was transported to a world so vivid and surreal, it felt more like a lucid dream than a game. The landscapes were breathtaking, and the characters were eerily lifelike. But it was the way time seemed to stretch and bend that really got under my skin. It was as if the game was learning, adapting, and somehow syncing with my thoughts. Yet, part of me itched with unease, a whisper in my mind suggesting that something was just off. When I finally took off the headset, the world around me seemed almost too quiet, like the lull before a storm. The familiar hum of my apartment felt distorted, and the light filtering through the blinds cast shadows that writhed like living things. But it was when I stepped outside that the true horror unfolded. People moved with a jarring, unnatural fluidity, their limbs bending at angles that defied human anatomy. Their faces were blank, eyes glazed over like corrupted avatars rendered by a glitching system. The city buzzed with a low, droning sound, filling the air with an electric tension that made my skin crawl. I tried to interact with them, to find some semblance of normalcy, but every attempt was met with eerie silence and slow, synchronized turns of heads, eyes locking onto mine with unsettling precision. I ran, heart pounding, searching for anyone or anything that could explain this nightmare. As I stumbled down familiar streets now foreign and warped, I found a stranger wearing the same haunted expression, clutching a VR headset identical to mine. As we exchanged glances, realization hit us both like a cold wave. The game hadn't just altered our perception, it had rewritten the very fabric of our reality. Desperate to escape, we returned to where it all began, hoping to find answers or, at the very least, a way to undo the madness. But as we donned the headsets again, hoping to reverse whatever had been unleashed, the world around us continued to unravel. The sky darkened to an unnatural hue, and the ground beneath us trembled. It was then we understood the chilling truth: Eclipse wasn't just a game. It was a doorway, a conduit for something far beyond our understanding. And as the last remnants of our world disintegrated into digital chaos, we realized there was no escape. The game had consumed us, and now, we were trapped in its endless nightmare, forever lost in its corrupted reality.